Oh, okay, I'm just getting this hair together. You know what's so funny? I was gonna come to this documentary like all dolled up, and I was like, that's not reality. It's Friday. This is what Friday looks like. Friday looks tired. It looks haggard. It looks like I've been closing deals all day. This is Friday. This is business. Are we excited? Okay, big so yeah, okay. Okay. And then we're recording, so we're gonna say,
Welcome to High Centric, City Women in Business.
Queen City Women in Business didn't start as a business. It actually started as events. And what happened is I would invite women business owners that I knew in my network, and I would invite corporations, and I would throw these big giant events.
And master the value that is hiding in your network so you can tap into your net worth. Yes? Who wants that? Yes?
Yes.
I need excited people. Yes. All right. Let me tell y'all a secret. There was no one else better in the world to be here tonight to talk about network and how you turn it into your net worth, because I did that. I literally took my entire network and I built a successful six-figure.
After the second event that I would have, by the way, it was called Queen City Women in Business Hat and Tea Lunch. It was in August. Something happened after that event. I remember going home and just being so exhausted, because if you've ever thrown an event, you know how tired you are. And in all of my exhaustion, as I'm laying down, I'm getting these text messages over and over, like repeated text messages. And women are saying, oh my gosh, that was the most amazing thing I ever experienced. Dawn Nicole, I've got a follow-up meeting with Wells Fargo, or I met with the American Cancer Society, and Dawn Nicole, someone wants to purchase my teas or my muffins. And I kept getting this over and over. And it wasn't just the women. It was also the corporations who were saying, great job, you've got something here. This is amazing. And I think it was then I had this aha moment, like, what am I doing? This is not just an event. This is a business. But now the question was, how do I monetize it? How do I create a business model out of my network?
Queen City Women in Business was conceived after its founder, Dawn Nicole McElwain, recognized numerous well-deserving Charlotte women business owners were missing out on opportunities because they simply weren't aware. We thought it was time for this to change. As you'll discover, we aim to connect women in business every day, in every way, and as such, our external partners are agencies and organizations who also support women business owners. Get connected now.
So this is the thing. I knew that we had a vision, but I still needed to create a business model. And it was simple to me, but we needed a strategy. We needed to launch it. What I envisioned was I took members, which were women business owners, and we connected them to partners, which were corporations. It sounds easy, but easier said than done. We had the model, but I didn't have a team. And so the first thing I did is I went to every single woman business owner that I know personally. And you know what? I recommend that. Start with your network. Start with people you know, like, and trust. I went to those business women and I really made an appeal. And I did it, it's funny, I did it on Zoom, like I was, raising funding or something. And I invited them to a Zoom meeting, and I remember it so clearly. I showed them the vision. I had a couple of pages of PowerPoints, and I was like, you are gonna be my ambassadors. And by the time that meeting was finished, they were so excited. It was like they won a Super Bowl or something, and they were ready to rock and roll. But the thing is, we still didn't have customers, we didn't have members, and we still didn't have partners. And that's when the real work started. We had a team, we had a vision, we had ambassadors, and what we all did for the next 2 months is we went out and recruited women everywhere. So this should have been easy, right? Great idea, good cause. Wrong. Things only got harder. I don't think I was prepared for the amount of political. There was just a lot of politics, and I didn't understand it because I had not done something before or launched a business that was in a space where there was city and county and so many like peer groups with market share, right? I didn't have to play in that space before. I had come from corporate, and trust me, corporations have their own share of drama. But next thing you know, here I am meeting with everybody. I'm having all these coffee meetings with leaders in the city and the county to say, hi, my name is Dawn Nicole. We're Queen City Women in Business, and this is what we came to do, having no idea that they were seeing me as a threat. And many of them said, no thanks, we have that. We don't want to play ball. I mean, it was really discouraging. Yeah.
It's so great. Listen, you have so much energy. You have so many great people.
Yeah.
You get a chance to meet a lot of people.
And that's the thing, attracting that same energy, right, that you put out. Like, yes, but I'll take another.
Great.
I'm really interested in doing that. Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you
great.
so much for coming. I appreciate it. Did you have a good time? Was this like?
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to our partnership.
We have to figure out
Yes.
how we can really
Yes.
help you and
Because
support
there's
each
a
other.
high population of women who
Yes.
absolutely need to be MBEs next.
Absolutely.
And we promote multiple certifications.
Good.
All right, so we're at the breakfast. We're at the Queen City Women in Business breakfast. Now, let me tell you, we do this every single year, but this year was special because this is the year that we were going to use the breakfast as our launch. We were going to launch, and let me tell you, we had hundreds. We had so many people at this breakfast that even the hotel said, we've never, ever catered to this many people before. So we helped them to break a record. So we have the breakfast, and the whole point was we had something to prove, right? And actually many of the people in the audience were many of the same people who told us no. It was many of the same people who thought we wouldn't make it because, you know, there's a saying, sometimes people stay connected with you and they keep checking back to see if you failed yet. And that's powerful, right? Just to see if you failed yet, because they're counting on you to fail, but people are always counting on you to win. And on that day, we won. We got the word out. We talked about all of the outcomes, not just the results, but the outcomes, because we have this saying at Queen City Women in Business that you have results and then you have outcomes, which are different. Outcomes is about what happens after people leave, what happens next. We have both. And so that day felt so good to be able to get that word out, to make our appeal, and to let people know we're getting ready to launch nationwide. And let me tell you, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're getting ready to open up our first chapter in Indiana in May. So what we did as a strategy to go nationwide, we're going to franchise. And there's no reason not to, because we're a digital infrastructure. We are not geographically restricted. That means your people in Kansas, your people in Maine, sign up, yes. So as a result, our first franchise opens up in May. Can y'all clap it up for that?
Ladies and gentlemen, we would be remiss if we did not celebrate and honor Dawn Nicole today. Her dedication, resilience, and vision has not only built a successful company, on behalf of the Queen City Women in Business members and ambassadors, we thank you.
So where we are today, oh my gosh, I get so excited when I think about it. Do you know we just closed a nationwide partnership with Supplier Gateway. Supplier Gateway is one of the world's leading supplier portal, vendor portals that supports buyers, so that's corporate buyers and suppliers. And this is going to be a game changer, because what we're going to be able to do with this partnership is ensure that as many women business entities as possible through the Queen City Women in Business membership know about Supplier Gateway, not just know about them, but creates a supplier profile and gets their new EDC certification. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. You too. Joan. You, come here. I just want to make sure to give my flowers to you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you spoke from the heart. I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate that. And it's genuine, and people can feel it. And then Tiffany was authentic and kept it real. Yeah. She kept it so New York and so gritty, right? Like I'm just
but not too New York.
Yeah, no. We need all of that. That's what makes this whole thing work.
Yeah,
is we need, you know, the heart. We need the grit. Like, listen, I knew I would do it. And this is even better. Everyone is saying this is even better than first one. So here, let's take a quick picture. Oh, I hate it. Here, let's get the Queen City Women in Business.
I know.
Here we go.
Me trying to get it.
Awesome.
That's Renita. I'm at Betty's Ford. She's at the Betty's Ford brand.
Hey, thank you. We're friends. We're friendly. I was talking to them and everything. Yeah. Did you meet some good people and have a good time today?
Oh yeah. We're gonna go to lunch afterwards.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but I'll catch up.
So why we exist, let me tell you something. Before Queen City Women in Business, there was every woman for themselves. Like literally every woman who was in business, no matter how good she was, no matter how smart she was, no matter how well her business performed, she was still doing it alone. She was going through the certification process alone. She was building her business capability statement alone. And sure, there's all these great support groups. There's SCORE, there's public library, there's coaches. But for the most part, entrepreneurship is the only industry, if you will, or class of people that don't have agency. Like you think about your sports team, right? Your LeBrons, your Venus and Serena Williams, and the list could go on. They have a sports agent to get them in the door. Think about actors in film. They have talent agents to get them the next film and to negotiate pay. And then think about your employee who's great, wants to work for a big company, but doesn't know the right people to get in the door. That person has employment agencies, staffing agencies. Entrepreneurs have no agency. So what we did when we came on the scene, Queen City Women in Business acted as an agency for women business owners, connecting those members, owners, to partners. And we accelerate that process through resources, through relationships, and representation. You know why it didn't really work out very well before us? Is because most companies are only given the resources, or they're only given relationships, and they're missing the other R, representation. Women need all three, and that's what we give. So by us just existing, no woman ever has to do this alone again. She can learn with women just like her who want to get contracts, women who are growing and developing, and this is all industries, all trades, one community. Queen City Women in Business.
Hello everyone, my name is Nakia Mba. I'm the owner of Mba Development Group, and I'm also a member of Queen City Women in Business. So I joined Queen City Women in Business back in 2023 after attending one of the events that was hosted by Dawn Nicole. I was so inspired listening to her story and the why behind her establishing this organization that I joined the movement. Queen City Women in Business has been a platform of growth, professional and personal development for me. Being in business since 2012, I've had my share of networking events that did not yield meaningful connections or collaborations. But it was different here at Queen City Women in Business. Her team really puts together a hub of opportunities, procurement opportunities, trainings, leadership development, skill development to understand contracts, to understand negotiation processes, to understand the importance of supply and vendor relationships, to be able to really look at things that you want to pursue with confidence, knowing that you can actually obtain them. I applied what I've learned in this process, and I was really inspired, empowered, and supported to place a bid on a fairly large construction contract in December of last year. We were notified in February that we actually won that contract. And so I'm just soaking in the ability to know that I joined a network that didn't just talk and just say, hey, we can do this and we will do this, but one that I actually tangibly see doing what they say they can do. So I'm thankful to be a part of Queen City Women in Business. I continue to look forward to celebrating each of my fellow sisters in business, and I look forward to the new initiatives that are coming forward for Queen City Women in Business. Thank you, Dawn Nicole.
So wait a minute, is it that obvious? Because I'm laughing so much. I'm laughing because I'm so excited to tell you the rest of the story. You see, that's where we started, but that's not where we stopped. So as of today, it's a few months later, I'm really proud to announce that Queen City Women in Business has gone nationwide. We did so by kicking off a multi-chapter model where we have local and state participation and municipalities on board. We started with Indiana. The Indiana chapter launch was so excited. We took one of our signature community events called the Supplier Readiness Roundtable, which is designed to educate those local women about what the path to being a supplier and a contractor looks like.
Not only are we here to promote the city, the state, the federal, and all the other corporations, but there is money for small businesses and those that want to do it right.
Yes.
Build your capacity, understand your capabilities, and teaming is what I've been promoting all year.
We did that. We brought many local partners, many speakers out. That was great. We have a full-blown chapter president named Taja Graham. And now we also just signed the deal for the Georgia chapter. So the Georgia chapter is officially going to be on board January 2025, and we have more chapters in the pipeline. We're so excited. As of today, we have over 500 plus members. This growth has occurred in under 1 year, and I could not be more excited. So listen, this might be where this documentary stops, but our story is just beginning. If you want to continue to follow just what's happening with Queen City Women in Business, maybe you want to make a difference, maybe you want to be a partner, a contributor, or a member, go to www.qcwib.com. Again, that's qcwib.com, because we are always inviting new members and new partners to join and help us with this mission and this movement of helping women-owned small businesses connect to major organizations faster. Take care. I'm Dawn Nicole. That's our story.